going on, Blues fans? We are back with another podcast. This is episode 13, and joining me is Adam Lees again. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Happy now that we finally found out today.
Yeah, finally got Mowbray for the door, so that'll do, won't it?
Yeah, mate. I'm happy with it, mate. To be honest with you.
I think out of what we could have got, then yeah, he's the best man for the job. I'd have preferred Cooper if I'm being brutally honest, but
yeah,
I'm happy with Mowbray. 100%.
Yeah, me too, mate. He's got a good CV, hasn't he?
Well, he's got good. Yeah, I think I seen something the other day. His win percentage is 42% or 41%. I think we ain't had a manager like that for a long time.
Yeah,
so he's definitely got a good CV in the Championship.
When did you find out? Did you find out like pretty much when it was announced, or was it like a few hours after, like, or?
It's been going on Twitter for a couple of days, hasn't it? About who it could be, who it couldn't be. I think the last 2 or 3 days have been purely just everyone saying it's Mowbray, it's done. So I was kind of like down the impression that yeah, Mowbray's done.
Well, I've lost you, mate. I think.
Have you got? I don't know if is your my internet or is it what else?
That's it. I can hear you now.
You got me, yeah?
Yeah. I got you, mate. A lot you was just talking then, but there was no sound coming.
Sorry about
that. Yeah. So he's joined by Mark Venus as well, then, isn't he?
Yeah, he's brought him in, isn't he? So I think he's always been with him. I think he's been in every job with him. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, mate. And did you read the statements and stuff as well?
I haven't read any of it yet, to be honest. I've been busy today, so I'm going to read some of it now in a bit once we finish this, and have a read through and scout what I think. But we'll see. But now I'm looking forward to it. You going the home game Saturday?
No, mate. I'm at work, so I work shifts down now. So I think there's like a spell for about like 5 weeks when I can't go to any football games because I do 2 days, 2 nights, 4 off. For each week, my shift rotates by day. So there'll be times where like I'll be working Saturday and Sunday days, and then Saturday, Sunday nights up until it moves again by 1 day. You know what I mean? So it's hard. But but then I'll have like 4 or 5 weeks where I can go to the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going Saturday, so we'll get to see what it's like.
And how my dad's going on Saturday. I mean, how do you feel like against Swansea? Now Mowbray's there.
Confident?
Yeah.
I'm confident, yeah. We don't know what to expect, do we? So I think we can only do better than what we did with Rooney. I think that's the best thing. It's the only way is up. The only way is up, really, isn't it? I know not on the league table necessarily because we can still drop, but I think we definitely can't get any worse on the pitch than what we had with Rooney. So yeah, I think you got to be confident, and let's see what we do Saturday. The players have hopefully got a point to prove.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some positives coming out of it as well, mate. To be honest, because like he likes the players performing well for the fans, and he's all for the fans. You know what I mean? So he wants the players to perform for the fans. So do you think that he can bring that back to St Andrews, like uniting fans and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah,
I honestly do.
I hope so, mate.
I think the remainder of the season now, I think he'll get the points on board that are needed. He'll get the fans back on board, and then he'll lay the foundations for next season. I don't think he's the manager long term.
Yeah,
I think a season or two, and I think he'll lay the foundations, and we'll shake hands, and away he goes, and we'll try and move on to the next category up of class of managers to try and push us out the league up into the Prem. Yeah. But I think he's definitely the right man at the minute we need. Definitely the right man to lay the foundations.
And you think now, do you think there is hope now for us to avoid the relegation free-fall battle now? climb up the league with him?
I think we need 3 or 4 players in, and I think 3 or 4 players that are going to really push the first 11, if not be starting 11 players, and then I think I'll be confident. I still just don't see where the goals are coming from at the minute. That's my worry, and I feel like we just leak goals. I think I just don't have much faith in the keepers.
What did you think of Rooney being dropped in Etheridge being played when we played against Hull?
I've got to be honest, I can't stand either keeper.
Really?
I can't stand either. I think they're both crap. I think Rooney's been awful this season, and we already know Etheridge ain't very good. Hence, we can't get rid of him. He's just sat on the bench for 2 seasons. We just can't get no one to take him on. So I think we've got to get a new number 1. Got to get a keeper in for me.
Who was that one? I forgot his name. That one that we was after from Rangers, wasn't it? Wasn't we after a keeper from Rangers? I forgot his name.
Butland.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, I read something on it today. Like again, saying that we're after it.
I don't see how we get Jack Butland back. Not from Rangers. I think he starts from as well. So yeah. I don't see why he leaves Rangers. I think are they in Europe still playing that sort of football to come to a struggling team in the Championship? That ain't gonna happen. That's smoke and mirrors, that is. Don't see it, mate.
Got your chocolate ready, mate, for when he comes.
Listen, mate. I'm just honest. As much as I'd love to see Butland back in a blue shirt. I don't see it anytime soon. Got more chance of seeing Mike Taylor in a blue shirt.
Yeah, man. Mate, he was good though, wasn't he?
He was a class keeper.
Yeah,
he was class for us at the time.
Where did we get him from there? Was it Chelsea?
Was it Fulham?
Or was it Fulham?
I think it might have been Fulham, wasn't it? I can't remember. Fulham or one of them sort of teams. I feel like we've always had good keepers though, up until recently.
I loved Ian Bennett as well, I did.
Yeah, Benno was good. Mike Taylor. Joe Hart.
Yeah, Joe Hart, yeah.
Joe Hart was good. Ben Foster was good.
Yeah, Foster.
I feel like we've always had good keepers up until recently. I mean, Lee Camp, I couldn't stand that bloke.
Who's that?
Lee Camp, just couldn't stand him. It's just a disaster every game waiting to happen. I swear he was there for the comedy. Just used to do mad dives to try and save things.
Well, could be worse. Could have Peter N coming in goal.
That's it. True that.
That's it, mate. I thought I'd get that one in.
Yeah, you got it, yeah. Whenever you can.
Yeah, man. One for the village if they're watching.
They'll probably be a few watching.
But yeah, mate, I'm more than happy with his appointment. To be honest, I think I feel more confident now. I reckon if we would have kept Rooney, we would be in the bottom 3, mate. I couldn't see it getting any better, to be honest. Could you?
Nah, definitely not. I think the players had completely down-tooled. The fans had turned on him. The media was turned on him. You hear the rumours of things that were going on at training. It was a recipe for disaster, that was. It was only going one way. It's a shame because I wanted it to work and I backed him.
Yeah, I mean, mate.
But yeah, it was all wrong, wasn't it? It was just so wrong. He had to go.
Do you think he'll go back into management again?
Who's going to have him? I mean, his win percentage is awful.
I know. Mate.
In America, it weren't great. So he done all right at Derby, to be fair to him, but with what he had. But I don't see where he gets a job at the minute. I mean, I know his name, his big name in football, but can't keep giving. Like, look at Gerrard and Lampard and stuff. These big names don't mean you become a decent manager.
I was reading something today as well, actually, about Stephen Clement. I love it. I loved him as well, and he's gone to manage a lower league team.
Has he?
Yeah. I can't remember what team it was now. I'll have to message you on Instagram. I'll have to try and find it again. Yeah, but he's going into management for a lower team. So, you know, like, to me, he's doing it right. You know what I mean? He's starting.
Yeah, you got to work your way up.
Managerial career. Huh?
You got to work your way up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what he's doing. And I think that's what some of these big names have got to do. You know what? I mean, I think that because they was so good on the pitch, that they have the right to, you know, skip it a bit
Yeah,
to
skip a
play.
few divisions.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like,
League 1 and
don't
2.
always work, does it?
Well, no. Even look at Gerrard now. He's over in Qatar, and I don't think he's won a game in 2 or 3 months.
Mad, isn't he?
You just can't. You can't win a game, and they've just brought all them players. I mean, a manager. We had Zola. Look at Zola, amazing player, but crap football we played then, didn't
we? Yeah, awful, mate. I mean, you relieved that it's not like Frank Lampard as well, because his name was thrown into the mix as well, wasn't it?
I think his name's just thrown everywhere at the minute. His agent's trying to just do anything to get him back a job, any. But I could never see Frank. I couldn't see Frank Lampard coming in because I don't think the owners would have done what they've just done. Just got a name in for the sake of it. I think the owners have learned now, and I think Gary Cook, especially, he's probably sitting there, wants to keep his head below and just hide for a bit now. If I was Gary Cook.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, hide. Well, this is it was a statement. Hang on, Tom Wagner. Yeah, Tom Wagner said Tony was a standout candidate in our search for a new manager. His knowledge of and passion for the game shone through. He shares our ambition and will bring stability at an important time for our great club. We received extremely positive feedback from everyone we spoke to about Tony. I am looking forward to seeing him working with the team, and he will get the results needed to bring success to the club. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think he will. He'll stabilise us. He's good at bringing young players through. He's shown that at the clubs he's been at, especially Sunderland. He played a lot of young players, so I think he'll bring some more of the youth through, which I feel like we need to inject some youth into this squad now. Get some fresher legs that can run around the pitch a bit more.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to bring a few players in, and he's going to want to get a few out the door. So the club have got to try hard for that to happen. But I think, like I say, I think he's got every fan on board because every fan was absolutely fed up with Rooney. So I'm all for him. Like I think everyone else is. It's just a shame.
Do you think the likes of Dixon and Donovan will get more of a shot?
Yeah, I think that Donovan fellow, he's got to be in and around the squad. It has to be. He's proven that in the games he's come on, he's been one of the best players on the pitch every time he's played. I think Dixon, I think they've played again today, the under-21s, is it? And he scored again. I mean, you can't keep ignoring him now, especially when, you know, we've got our options that we have up front. I mean, that bloke scores more in a week than our strikers have scored all season. I know it's the under-21s, I get that, but we know what Djukovic can do. We know what Hogan can do. We know what Burt can do. Why not give this kid a go? Because we know what they can do, and they're not doing it. They're not doing anything. Yeah. So we've got nothing to lose putting him on the bench and bringing him on for 20 minutes. Nothing to lose now.
I think the game changed when Donovan plays, though. Especially when he starts off as a substitution and then comes on. The game changes, I think.
He's brilliant because he wants the ball and he wants to get at players. This is what we don't have this season compared to last season for me. I think we spoke about this last time, and I said we don't have nobody now that will run at a team with the ball. We have very much, I know you could arguably say Dembele, but for me, Dembele is a step over, a trick, a nutmeg, and then he cuts back and wants to almost do it again. Where it's like, once you've got past him, go and attack the goal. Don't just run down to the corner or try and cut back and give it to Longelo or Buchanan. Like, attack. Where Chong was just direct, wasn't he? And Kadra last season, direct. They would just get past the player and get a goal as quick as possible. We don't have players like that in this squad that can turn a defence. So, yeah, that Donovan definitely looks like that type of player for me, that he can turn a defender and get past him and go past him for good. So I think he's got to be around the squad.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I am looking forward to seeing more of, though, Tyler Roberts, mate, as well, because when he come on against Leeds, I was impressed with him, I was.
Yeah, he held the ball. Yeah, he held the ball up well.
Strong, man.
Yeah, strong. You want it to look like you bring it down, try and play some nice passes, and you want it to try and go forward with the ball. So it's just keeping him fit there, and he's literally made of bloody glass. You tap him and he breaks.
Yeah, I just doubt that the injuries are kind of back off as well now for a little bit. So can't tell, mate. You can only wait and see what happens. But hopefully, Mowbray can bring out the best of the squad on that. But it's going to be interesting now to see whether they, because he's got a similar style to Rooney as well. So this is another interesting thing. He likes to play the pressing game, doesn't he? So it's going to be interesting now to see whether the players couldn't grasp Rooney's style or they're just down tools, like you said earlier. And obviously, if you're playing the same kind of way with him, like.
If you look down the line of the years, the thing is with a pressing style, you do need a fairly youngish squad to do that, which we don't have that. We don't have a pressing midfield that's young and energetic. I know you could arguably say Sunjic or Bielik's not quick off his feet. He can't get around the pitch quickly.
Yeah.
Gary Gardner the other day, he's past it, so he ain't going to press up for 90 minutes. Djukovic don't press. Hogan don't press. Burke's fast, but again, just runs into no man's space. So I think Mowbray's going to want some players in to try and do what the style of play he wants to play. And I think that's what Rooney wanted as well. Rooney wanted players in, but it was already, the writing was on the wall for Rooney before he come in. I think it was already, fans didn't want him. Media didn't want him. Players didn't want him. He was always going to fail for me. It's a shame because I wanted him to work, but I think if Mowbray's going to go down the same sort of style of football Rooney wanted to play or trying to get these ideas across, I do think we still need some younger, more energetic players. Yeah,
definitely. What do you think will happen with Jordan James? Do you think he'll end up going or?
It's mad about Jordan James because I think we might have spoke about this actually last time, and I said I've never before Rooney, never really rated him, and no manager ever really picked him. He couldn't get a game for Eustace, and then Rooney's come in, kind of put him in a midfield, and he's had some good moments. Now, if a team are going to offer us 5, 6, 7 million for him, and it helps us rebuild the squad for Mowbray to move us forward, I'd accept it. I'd accept it because I don't think he's any star player. I don't think he's like. I don't think you look at him every time he plays and be like, "What a 9 out of 10 performance or 10 out of 10 performance that was. That was phenomenal." I just think he does okay. He does steady. He does well. Nothing more than that though. So yeah, if we can get 5 million, 6 million for him, I'll take it.
Yeah, me as well. Definitely, man. You can get about 3 or 4 half decent players with that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you could go and get a couple of young players that have got a point to prove, want to have a go. But like what Mowbray's done at Sunderland, brought in some young players. I know that was it Clark and the winger. I know he costs a lot, but some of the other players they've brought in, they're £1 million, £1.5 million. So yeah, if you can go and get 2 or 3 players in for his money, I think you got to do it.
The only thing that concerns me as well, mate, is obviously Stansfield as well, because obviously he ain't going to be here much longer, is he? So we need someone who's going to be able to get the goals.
Do you think he's gone in, Jan?
I don't know, mate. Well, we've got him till the end of the season now, haven't we?
But there's loads of rumours at the minute, isn't there, that he's going back to Jan. He's going. Fulham want to recall him and send him somewhere else.
Maybe that's in his clause. I don't know, but I mean, I always thought he was here till the end of the season.
I think he'll stay. I don't see him going in, Jan. I think he'll stay. I still think we need another striker there.
Oh yeah, mate, definitely.
We're putting so much pressure on him, and you can tell in games. You can tell in games. You can see the pressure's getting to him in games. Every time he gets the ball, he's got to try and do something with him. He's young. He's 20, 21 or something like. His first season in the Championship. He's just bring someone else on, or let's try and get another striker in to help him. So yeah, for me, January is. I think we need 3 or 4 players.
Yeah. Well, did you think of the whole game at the third round? I mean, obviously we got a replay and stuff with them, but like obviously
it's the
we haven't
worst
played them
outcome.
when Rooney was in charge. So
The
what was
worst outcome, that, Joe? It's another game that we just don't need.
Yeah.
I thought it was an all right performance. Again, anything's an improvement from what Rooney was getting out of these players when it's anything was going to be better. It was all right. I don't think that they looked quite strong second half. Hull did. They looked like they were coming at us, and we were just hanging on, and then of course Etheridge goes and drops that blunder at the death, and they nick the draw. Well, they nick the replay, shall I say? I didn't see major improvements. I've just seen a Birmingham City team that I've seen playing for years. Nothing amazed me about it.
No, but I mean, I could tell because that was a game for me. Like, I was just saying, like, I wasn't too bothered about it. Like you say, it's a game that we don't really need. But with what's gone on and stuff, with John Eustace going and then Rooney coming, and clubs all in the air and stuff, I thought it was good for the players to just let their hair down. And to me, like, I really wanted to analyse it. Like, it looked like there was carefree in a way, like enjoying it a bit more, creating more chances as well. You know what I
mean? That had a good go. Hull didn't look like they'd really put their strongest 11 out either. So for me, it was a hard game to read because some of their players, I think, that played that game. I don't think they play Saturday under Mowbray. I don't think Gardner starts. I'd be shocked if Djukovic starts. Etheridge won't start. So, yeah.
Well, you think you'll pick Ruddy?
Yeah, I do. I do think he'll pick Ruddy. But
interesting.
Yeah, I could see him going with Ruddy. I could see him. I could see him probably going a 4-4-2 and just trying to just get something out of the game, and maybe starting Djukovic and just trying to get the ball up and around him and work off him. That ain't the vision to play that sort of football long term for me, though, because we've done that for years. It don't get you anywhere.
Yeah. Well, he was at training. He was at training early this morning anyway, watching the boys. So that'll be interesting.
Has he done a press conference or anything?
I haven't seen anything yet today.
That's unusual.
All I saw was the statements on the Blues website. That's all I've seen.
Yeah,
there might be something now. I don't know.
There's got to be a press conference surely today.
I would have thought so. I mean, there probably is now, but I haven't seen anything yet.
Neither have I, to be honest. No, neither have I.
I read all the statements and that down to obviously talk about it with you, but I don't want to go into it too much because it'd be nice for you to have a little read and see what you think about it.
No, crack on. Come on, I'm more than happy to talk about it.
So he's joined with Mark Venus, Gary Cook. He'd written statements as well. We are delighted to welcome Tony Mowbray to Birmingham City. Tony is widely respected, a figure in the game, and brings a wealth of championship experience. He knows what it takes to be successful at this level. Tony has rightly earned a reputation as a manager who delivers results, likes to play attractive football, and gives young players a chance. He's the right leader for our club, and I know what our supporters will be, and they'll be right behind him and the team.
Heard what he needed to say, to be honest. I think it's just showing that we're going to try and we've got no choice. We've got to back him. He's the right type of appointment that what we need. And I think word for word there. I don't think Gary Cook said much wrong. I think he's had to say that. It was him that wanted Rooney in, so he's got to come forward and say something. It's just straight to the point. That is really, isn't it? He ain't really beating around the bush. He's kind of said, "This is what we hope. This is what we want," and we think he's the man to deliver that. So I hope he is. I hope he is.
I'm excited, right now, for the rest of the season. I think he's going to get us out of it, definitely. I'd be happy with the mid-table finish, mate. To be honest, anything better than 17th. No, because we ain't really finished the best the last few seasons, have we? So anything above 17th, mate. You know, it's a result. So
I've just been chatting to someone else, and they just said to me, "Where do you think you'll finish at the end of this season?" And I said, "Somewhere. I'd probably put us now somewhere between 12th and 15th. I think we'll be somewhere in around them 3 or 4 spaces, just there." I said, "And you know what? I'll be more than happy with that. It's not a relegation battle, and it's a something to build on for next season."
Yeah, definitely.
We're getting rid of a lot of dead wood in the summer, so you know, next season could be very enjoyable for once.
Do you think they'll spend a lot of money in the summer, Ad?
The thing is with this, when people say a lot of money, what is a lot of money now in football, and how much is it? Because and how much have we got to spend? How much can we do it without pushing ourselves back onto financial fair play? I'm not quite good with how this financial fair play works, but I've seen the rumours we could get around 80 to 90 grand a week off the wages with just some of these players, these 10 players that are out of contract. So, you know, but then if you're going to go and get better quality players, are you going to get 5 players in better quality, but are they not going to be on a bit more money, which is going to add up to that sort of money again? So, plus then you've got the transfer fees on top if they're not free agents. So I can't see us spending, I reckon, somewhere probably between 5 and 10 million, unless we sell someone again. I'm not quite good on how that financial fair play works, but you know, I'd like us to, for once, go and drop a bit of money here and there on a few players, but it's got to be the right players.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, now strikers is a massive one, isn't it, for me? Well, I'm to you when you said it as well, haven't you? Need strikers.
Strikers and a new number 1 for next season. We have to go into next season with a new number 1. A younger keeper, demands the back 4, demands his box, and something to build from the back. And then let's get younger strikers in. I'm sick of getting these strikers who are 31, 30, giving them 2 or 3 year contracts, and then we're stuck with them. We can't get rid of them. So go and get me a younger striker. Another Che Adams would be nice.
You looking forward to Saturday then?
I am. I just think it's almost like there's a cloud lifted from over us now. So hopefully we can go and get a result and build on it then. It's all about building it now, isn't it? And building on it. You know, if we don't get the result, but the performance is good and we can see improvements, we can see what he's trying to do, then I'll be okay with that as well, to be honest. You know, I think these next couple of weeks, you've just got to let him settle into the team. There's going to be hopefully players coming in and out, and then we should hopefully start to see some Mowbray football.
Yeah, you have to let me know what the atmosphere is like, mate. I mean, my dad's going, my old man. He'll be in the cop. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the atmosphere is in. But were you sitting in the Tilton down, behind the goal?
Yeah, right at the back. I'm in the Tilton. Yeah, behind the goal. So,
it'd be good to know what the atmosphere is like, though, especially with Tony Mowbray.
It's just a shame of the prices, though, isn't it? I mean, is it £37 for a ticket for an adult for this game? Yeah. If you want to sit in certain parts of the ground, I feel like, you know, as much good as the owners have done, which they have done loads and loads of amazing things. Come on, look at that. You know, just take the hit on it and go and drop it to 20 quid an adult or something. And it's better to have people in the stadium than price everybody out of it and they don't turn up, surely.
Yeah.
But get the statement out there now. Get it out there now and give everyone a couple of days to get, you know, don't drop the statement Friday and say we're going to drop the tickets to 20 quid. Do it now and then give everyone 5 or 6 days to plan the weekend and get another, you know, a couple of thousand people in the stadium.
I mean, I'm all for it because I haven't got a season ticket because I can't win my job, you know what I mean? Because I do the shifts like I told you. So I won't get my money's worth. I'd spend, I mean, how much a season ticket is? 400, 500, 600 quid now.
I think it's about 400 quid now.
Yeah.
If I remember right. But I've just looked at trying to buy my son one for the last couple of games of the season, but I can't get him anywhere near me. And I think they're for like a child. I think they're only about 50, 60 quid, which ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Because there's only a handful of games left. But yeah, I think they just need to price it now for the people that aren't season ticket holders, to try and just get people back in the stadium. Because Rooney's definitely just killed all of what
push them away.
Yeah, what Eustace did in bringing the fans back in. So they've just lost that. So the only way to get them back in now is give an incentive and make it affordable.
Yeah. I mean, it suit me to the ground. I mean, that's what I have to do. I have to buy tickets for the games I can go to. So, I mean, like you say now, 30 odd quid. Plus, like, you know, I mean, you meant for the day, and you like food and stuff, you know, you're talking over 100 quid, ain't you, like, for the day.
You ain't going to spend 37 quid. You'd be mad to try and buy a ticket at the minute for 37 quid to go and watch Birmingham City v Swansea. I mean, two teams in the bottom half of the championship. Like you say, then you've got your parking, your food, a couple of beers and stuff. It just ain't going to happen, is it? Yeah. I need to look at that.
You aren't making me feel any better, mate, because that's what I have to do.
I wouldn't do it, mate, if I was you, honestly. I would not do it.
Well, it is what it is. But we go again, mate, and we can only see what happens, eh?
Yeah, well, that's all we can do, ain't it, at the end of the day. So let's just let him settle in. Got January transfer window here now, a couple of weeks left of that. Pray and hope that we get some players in, and let's finish the season strong.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I'd really enjoyed it, mate, talking to you again.
No worries, mate.
Thank you very much for coming on, mate, honestly.
Let us know when you're next at St Andrews and we'll meet up for a beer.
Oh, yeah, mate, definitely, yeah. I sit in the car park just so to be by the away fans and give them shit. I'm usually in block 39 or 40. That's where I sit in the corner.
Good on you. We can always meet before anyway and have a beer.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, 100%, mate.
Just let me know what game you're at and we'll make sure we meet.
Yeah, definitely, mate. 100%, mate. Down for that. Yeah, legend, mate.
Perfect.
Up the Blues,
and you, mate. I'll see you on the next one.
Keep right on. Yeah, mate, definitely.
And you, sir. See you later, mate.
See you later, mate.
Bye-bye.
And you.